Okay, welcome back. We are on part 4 for the Module 3 practice test number 2, looking at question 19. Farmer Bob bought a new tractor for $77,000 in the year 2015. The salesperson told him that the value of the tractor would depreciate at a rate of 4.8% each year. Farmer Bob would like to sell his tractor in the year 2020. Estimate the approximate value of the tractor at the time of resale. You have to decide, because we're going to come up with a formula, is this linear or exponential? So they're telling us we got a 4.8%, we know that is exponential. Then this word depreciate means that it's exponential decay. So we're going to take our exponential formula that has the r because of the percentage, where we're going to subtract r in order to have it depreciate. So same as before, a is still my initial value. So a is 77,000. R is that percentage, but we have to turn it to a decimal, so we do 4.8 divided by 100 to find that 0.048 is our R. And then T, we need time. So he bought it in 2015, he's selling it in 2020. How much time has passed? You can do 2020 minus 2015. You don't already see that T is 5. So what we're going to do is just plug in. A is 77,000. R is 0.048. And my time is 5. Go to our calculator and get that value. So 77,000. 1 minus R to the T. And so it's money, I got to round it. $60,210, and then it rounds to 95 cents. Number 20. F of x is a negative 1/2 x. G of x is x. On set of axes below, draw the graphs of y equals f of x and y equals g of x. And then use the graph to determine and state all values of x for which f of x is equal to g of x. We're going to do this similar to, I believe it was question 18 or 17, where we had to graph them just one at a time. So I'm going to start with f of x. I'll put it into my y equals and get a table of values. So f of x is a negative 1/2 x. Going to my table. I'm going to look at just the nice whole numbers. What I can see, the shape of it is a parabola. It's opening down. It's that U shape opening down. So I'm going to find that symmetry, which I can see from the graph it's centered on the origin. So it's centered on 0. So I'm just going to kind of look at my table and get a nice picture. I think I'm going to go from -4 to 4, but I'm only going to do the whole numbers. So -4, -8, -2, -2, 0, 0. And you can see if we scroll back down, I got 2, -2, and 4, -8. You see that nice symmetry. So then you can come over here and graph. So I've got -4, -8. -2, -2, 0, 0, 2, -2, 4, -8, graph it, label. Alright, so now I have g of x is equal to x. If you do not recognize this function for what it is, you will do the same thing to get a table of values. When you do, you look at the graph, what you see is this line. It's going through the origin, so that should kind of make you think a little bit, that maybe you don't need it. If you do, please, by all means, use your table. But what this really means is the g of x, there's a secret ninja 1 in front of that x, and I have nothing added to it, or adding 0. So that means that my y-intercept is 0, my slope is a positive 1, so I would go up 1 and right 1. So if I start at the origin, my y-intercept is 0, up 1 and right 1. And then from there, to get the other side, we can go back to the origin. We can go down 1 and left 1 to keep the same pattern. We can already see our 2 points where they are equal. Use your ruler, make sure it's neat. Label it. Okay, so the places where they are equal are the places where they've intersected, here and here. They actually only cross at those 2 points, even though it looks like they cross it more. And we're determining and seeing all values of x, so I don't care about what the whole point is, I just care about what x is equal to. So for my first point here, I know x is equal to 0. And then for my second point here, I know x is equal to -2. And that is our solution. Nearly there. Last bit, simplifying each expression. You should see, by the fact that we have parentheses and nothing between them, that these are being multiplied. You are either using the distributive property or the box method. So if you prefer the box, you count how many terms are in each group. So I have 2 in each group, so that means I'm drawing a box, and I need to make it 2 by 2. You put 1 across the top, the other down the side, and then you multiply top times side. 6y times 2y squared. 6 times 2 is 12. Count out my y's. I have 1 and then 2, so y cubed. Then the top times the side. 6y times 3. 6 times 3 is 18, and the 6 has a y on it. Moving to the bottom row. Top times side. 2y squared times a -7. 2 times -7 is -14. 2 has a y squared. And then top times side. -7 times -3. is a -21. You recall from here, you just kind of extract it from the box. And you combine like terms. In this case, there's nothing that's alike, so I just have to rearrange it to decreasing exponential order. So it's a 12y cubed plus, minus 14y squared plus 18y minus 21. For those of you that prefer the distributive property, I'm going to copy this back over. And I will work down here to show you. Alright, so the distributive property, I am first going to distribute the 2y squared to everything in the second group. So 2y squared times a 6y. 2 times 6 makes 12. Y squared times y becomes y cubed. And then 2y squared times a -7. 2 times -7 is a -14. 2's got a y squared on it. Then I would move to that second term, the 3, and distribute it. 3 times 6y. 3 times 6 is 18, and then we still have the y. And 3 times a -7, -21. And the way that this one happened to work out, it is already in decreasing exponential order, so I can just stop here. If it wasn't, I would have to rearrange it or combine like terms. It just depends on the situation. Coming back up. So once again, we can do the box method or we can distribute. I will do them both so you can see based on your preference. So counting them up, I've got a 3 by a 3. So making a nice box. Making it 3 by 3. One across the top. One down the side. And then multiplying top times side. So 3x squared times a 6x squared. 3 times 6 is 18. Adding up my exponents becomes x to the 4th. Then 3x squared times a negative 5x. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Add up the exponents on the x's. Gives me x cubed. 3x squared times a 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And I have an x squared. Next row, 2x times a 6x squared. 2 times 6 is 12. Adding up the x's, x cubed. And then 2x times negative 5x. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Adding the exponents, x squared. 2x times 2, 4x. Last row, 4 times 6x squared, 24x squared. And then 4 times the negative 5x, negative 20x. And 4 times 2 is 8. So one of the things that we can do is kind of shortcut it. If you look on the diagonals, you can kind of see these like terms. Instead of copying it all out, we're going to combine them as they are right there. So I have 18x to the 4th. Then I need to do 12x cubed minus 15x cubed in my first group. 12 minus 15 is a negative 3x cubed. Then 24x squared minus a 10x squared leaves me with 14. And then 14 plus 6 gets me back to 20x squared. And then last, the negative 20x plus 4 is negative 16x. And then finally, I have that 8 is positive, and my final answer. I'm going to pause it really quick to copy it out, and then I'll do it with the distributive property. So with the distributive property, I do first term times each number inside. So 6x squared times 3x squared, 18x to the 4th. And then 6x squared times the 2x becomes 12x cubed. 6x squared times 4, 24x squared. Then I move to my second term. Negative 5x times the 3x squared. And then negative 5x times the 2x. And then negative 5x times 4x. And 2 times 3x squared. 2 times 2x. And 2 times 4. And then we combine our like terms. So nothing like the 18x to the 4th. It comes down, cubed, and cubed, so 12 minus 15. And then x squared, x squared, x squared. So 24 and 6 makes 30, minus 10 is 20, x squared. And negative 20x plus 4 is a negative 16x, and nothing like the 8. Final answer. And so there was a lot of review in here. The actual test is shorter. There will be something like this on there. Everything that you've seen, especially with the exponential and linear functions, you will probably see. So make sure you're reviewing this. Watch them over again as you need to and study up. Be ready to test.